Welcome back to The Best Years. Caring for a loved one with Alzheimer's disease can be overwhelming physically and emotionally. Fortunately, two special programs offered through Caregiver Volunteers of Central Jersey are helping to ease those burdens. Here to tell us about them is Lynette Whiteman, Executive Director of Caregiver Volunteers, along with Simon and his handler, Pat Robertson, who are making a difference through the Pet Visitation Program. Welcome to The Best Years.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having us.
Lynette, when there's Alzheimer's disease, it's so important for families to have respite. Why in particular with Alzheimer's is it so necessary?
Well, I think Alzheimer's disease takes a particularly strong toll on a caregiver. It really is a lot of work for somebody, and generally people who are caregivers are older themselves, caring for somebody else. So it's a difficult disease for a caregiver to handle.
And how does it work? How does Caregiver Volunteers help?
Caregiver Volunteers has a special program with specially trained volunteers who learn about Alzheimer's disease. And what they do is they go into the person's home once a week for about 4 hours to give that caregiver a break. And it's free. There's no payment for this. And it's a really great way for a caregiver to regroup and to take time for themselves and to do what they want to do without worrying about their loved one.
So they can go for a walk, they can take a nap. What do they typically do when they get this break, whatever they need to do?
Whatever they need to do. Some people take a walk. Some people just go to the back room and read a newspaper. Some people go out with friends or go to their own doctor's appointments. That's the important thing about this. Everybody is different. Everybody needs to recharge in different ways. And however they need to do it, we allow them to do it.
And Pat, you are working with Simon, who's a therapy dog. Simon. He is absolutely gorgeous, a golden retriever.
Correct.
How does it work for you, the canine, the caregiver canines? What's involved?
Well, we actually go to a client's house. We visit with them. We talk to them. We're going back and forth. Lots and lots of memories. Some of your Alzheimer people we meet again and again because they'll forget. It's wonderful. It gives them a chance to interact. They've had dogs and they can't have them anymore. So it's an absolute wonderful program, and we're giving back.
Now, Simon is absolutely gorgeous. Did you have to have special training?
Yes, you do. We did an obedience class, and then we also went up to the Kindred Souls, and they do have a therapy program. It's 11 weeks, very intense, and then we're given a test that lasts about an hour. And then they have to go through all their different commands, etc. And then we're able to go out into the community. So it's
what
wonderful.
do you typically see when you come in? How happy are people to see a dog come and visit?
These are people that had dogs that love them and can't take care of them anymore. And to see them, to touch and to feel, and then Simon he'll look up at you, and all of a sudden they're a little apprehensive when you first come. And then they're talking, and then you're hearing of their childhood. You know, I bring a little picture that I give to them about Simon. We talk, and actually we become almost like a family. It's an absolute wonderful, wonderful thing.
And Lynette, are you looking for more volunteers, either for the regular caregivers program or the caregiver canines? Do you need more people?
We always need more people. There's such a need for this type of help. There's so many people out there struggling with this illness, or people who just would like a friendly visitor who are lonely. So it's really a wonderful opportunity for volunteers to get involved and give back a little bit. And yes, the answer is yes. We're looking for both pet therapy handlers and people who are willing to volunteer with our regular Alzheimer's program.
And what made you get started with the pet visitation? I want Simon to turn around.
Come over here.
Come here, Simon. There you go.
That's my boy.
So how did you get started with this?
Actually, I volunteer at the Ocean County Animal Shelter. I run the dog walking program there. And a woman came in, and her dad was dying of cancer, and asked to borrow a golden at the shelter, which of course you couldn't do. And after talking to the family, we went back and forth, and we were able on Christmas to visit him. And we went in there, and that was Joe, and I have his vest in memory of Joe, and we visited him, and he was almost like in a coma, and came out and was able to talk just by touching him and talk to his family. And he did pass away 2 days later. and I was sold to go into pet therapy.
Now, this is speculation, I suppose. Some of us believe we can truly understand what our animals are thinking and feeling, but do you think Simon enjoys doing this work? Does the dog seem to want to do it?
He loves it. When we're pulling down a street, he'll start barking. He'll get excited. He's supposed to be very calm, but just before I have to take him for a quick walk to get it out, because he knows when that jacket goes on, that I'm going to have the time. He has a whole hour of somebody petting him, you know, looking at him, at whatever. So it's just an enjoyable. He loves it. He absolutely, look at that smile. He loves it.
And Lynette, what should people do who want to become involved or who may want to have a visit?
What they could do, it's very easy. All they have to do is call our office and we'll talk to them. And they don't have to be involved with caregiver volunteers already. It's anybody who loves dogs that maybe misses that companionship. So just call our office and we'll get you started. If you need help with somebody with Alzheimer's disease, we'll talk to you, find out your needs, and we'll do a home visit. It's very, very simply. It's just a matter of either emailing us or calling our office and we'll get you started.
Would you recommend this to other people to try it?
Absolutely. It is so enjoyable. I get back so much more than I've ever put out. It is absolutely a wonderful, wonderful program.
Well, Simon has figured out that I'm a dog lover.
Yes,
he's leaning. I've got his leash. He's coming home with me.
I know. There he is.
He's just leaning up against me. He's doing his work all the time. He's a wonderful dog. Pat Robertson, Lynette Whiteman, thank you so much for coming on The Best Years today, and especially you, Simon. You're gorgeous. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Now, to learn more about Caregiver Canines or the Alzheimer's Respite Care Volunteer Program, contact Mary Guadalandi at 732-505-2273, extension 202, or email info@caregivervolunteers.org. Coming up next, we'll take an entertaining trip to see the Our Gang Players in action. Stay tuned.